Today's lesson is lesson 8-7. It's called Dividing with 0 and 1. You know how to multiply with 0 and 1. Today you'll be learning to divide with 0 and 1. My students knew a lot of these practice problems. We went through them quickly. Pause the video if you need to think about this, but I'll click through these slides. 3 times 1. 9 times 1. Any number times 1 equals what? Any number times 1 equals that number. Another way of saying it is n times 1 equals n. Here's our governor, Jay Inslee. He says if n times 1 equals n, does n divided by 1 equal n? So think about what Jay Inslee's wondering. He's saying, we know that any number, say like for example 5, times 1 is 5. If you have 5 of something and you only have one group of it, you have a total of 5 of that thing. But if you have 5 of something and you divide it by one person, only one person gets any of the 5. Does that person get 5 of it? Is 5 divided by 1 5? Is 7 divided by 1 7? Is 22 divided by 1 22? Yes, any number divided by 1 equals that number. Another way to say that, n divided by 1 equals n. Here's the rule. Here's another kid talking about the same thing. He says, I have 3 balls. I'm not sharing them with anyone. So that is also 3 for 3 balls, divided by 1, because only one person gets to play with them, equals 3. This girl says, you mean I have to pick up all my clothes and toys myself? She has 74 clothes and toys to pick up. There's only one person to do all that cleaning. That means that equals 74 things for her to pick up herself. Oh my goodness. This girl is a happy kid. She says, I have all this Halloween candy. I'm not sharing any. Let's say she has 115 pieces of candy. Divided by 1 is 115. She's keeping it all to herself. She gets all of it. Try this one. 9 divided by 1 is 9. 7 divided by 1 is 7. 3 divided by 1 is 3. 9 divided by 9. Ooh, I tricked my students on this one. It's 1. Try this one, 3,811 divided by 1. 3,811. So Jay Inslee says, 0 times n equals what? 0 divided by n equals what? What happens if you multiplied or divide a number by 0? What's 0 times 3? It's 0. What's 0 times 7? It's 0. Really, any number we put in there at all still multiplies to 0 when it's multiplied 0 times. Any number times 0 equals 0. Another way of saying that is n times 0 equals 0. 0 divided by any number equals 0. Or 0 divided by n equals 0. Basically, this is saying if you have nothing of something, you have no candy, or no toys to clean up, or no balls, no matter how many people you share it with, they still get nothing. The rule is 0 divided by any number equals 0. Look at this sad family. Dad was supposed to pick up 4 cupcakes, but he forgot. No one got a cupcake. Their number sentence is 0, because 0 cupcakes, divided by 4, because there's 4 people to share those cupcakes, equals 0. Nobody's having cupcakes. What happens if a number is divided by itself? I threw in a trick problem like this earlier in the PowerPoint. 7 divided by 7, 2 divided by 2, 4 divided by 4. They all get the same answer. It's always 1. Any number divided by itself equals 1. So there's the 3 rules we learned. Any number divided by 1 equals the original number. 0 divided by any number equals 0. And lastly, any number divided by itself equals 1. Jay Inslee says, I get it, but no one has talked about what happens if you try to do 5 divided by 0. So this is the time he switched around the order of the numbers. He put, instead of having a 0 divided by 5, nothing shared by 5 people. What if you have 5 things shared by nothing? What is 5 divided by 0? We puzzled over this for a while. And then I did a little joke. I told them, the computer can't figure it out. An error has occurred. It's getting bigger. Really, I made that myself. It didn't really have a problem with the computer. 5 divided by 0, it just doesn't work. Numbers cannot be divided by 0. You won't see a problem like this in your textbook. It's just not something that we do. We can't divide things into 0 groups, because if we have 5 of anything, we have at least one group of it. So this problem doesn't make sense. We looked at a couple problems we would do. We reminded ourselves of the rules, and that was it for today.